What up, three times? It's your boy, Jason. Welcome back to another video. I would like to apologize first and foremost for not posting anything in quite some time. But if you guys can see, I just recently moved from my humble abode in the Bronx to this pimping crib in Westchester. Now, if you guys see me in different parts of my house, parts of my crib, just know that it's all the same pop. It's all the same crib. So in this video, I would like to talk about the thriller movies that I've seen since the last time I recorded anything, which is about 2 months ago, I think I can say. A month and a half ago. You guys already know what to do. First and foremost, just like, comment, subscribe, stab that bell button so you guys are notified whenever I post anything new. And I will be freaking from now on because now I don't have much to do. Now that I have my furniture in, I have everything in from my apartment back over there to my apartment here. So let's get started. And then the first thriller that I highly recommend, which I really have liked so far, and I've seen it a couple times because I wanted to see if I missed anything or anything like that the first couple of times I've seen it. And that movie is Badler, which has actually different interpretations of the same movie. Badler, which is basically about a woman who wakes up next to her lover that passed away, and she's trying to figure out how the hell did that person pass away next to her. So she hires this like counselor lawyer type person to help her with the case, to help her with figuring out what was it that happened. But evidently it turns out that the lawyer slash person is somebody who's actually really important, which in the other interpretation, the Spanish interpretation, is The Invisible Guest, in Spanish, which is Contratiempo, and it stars Mario Casas and Anna Wagner. I'm sorry if I'm butchering those names, but it's sort of in the same mist. It's the guy, he wakes up next to his lover, his woman, in a hotel room, and he hires a lawyer to basically figure out what was it that happened. How is she next to him dead and stuff like that. And that lawyer slash counselor ends up being somebody who's actually very important. So I don't want to mess up anything. If you guys haven't seen these two movies, Badler and The Invisible Guest, you guys can see either or. I recommend The Invisible Guest first if you are a Spanish speaker, because in my opinion, Spanish movies, when it comes to thriller and horror, they actually go in. Second movie that I've seen that I've liked, I really liked, it grew into me into liking. I'm not really much into these types of movies, but I saw it because it was very popular for quite some time, and it's Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. And it's just basically the story of Ted Bundy, but in his wife's perspective. That's pretty much it. It's overall story of Ted Bundy again, but in his wife's perspective. I don't know much of how to say it other than that, in my opinion. I really liked it. It grew onto me, like I said. You guys, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure half of the world, if not the entire world, have seen it already. It was on Netflix. It is still on Netflix. It's very popular. I just see it if you haven't seen it. Just the Ted Bundy in his wife's perspective. And then the third thriller slash horror-esque I've seen that I really liked is Annabelle Comes Home, which is in the Conjuring series. Also, the Annabelle series, everybody knows that was Annabelle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the Animals Home, all of these Annabelles. But I'm saying Annabelle, sorry. But Annabelle Comes Home is the last movie in the Annabelle series slash Conjuring series, and it was pretty scary. I would say it's more of a thriller than horror, but there are a lot of jump scares within it, so that's why people considered it a horror. But it's a very good movie. I saw that twice, and if you guys know Annabelle, or if you guys know The Conjuring, then you guys should see this one. It pieces a lot of things together that confuse most of us, but hey, just watch it. The fourth movie that I've spoken about it in one of my last few videos is The Joker, which stars Joaquin Phoenix, and I cried honestly, during that movie, it basically has you understand why the Joker became who he became, why he is who he is and stuff like that. And it makes you empathize with him, it makes you sympathize with him, it makes you understand him, it makes you put yourself in his shoes, see the weak of us, weakness inside of us, and has us basically more or less figure out and be on his team, be on his side, if that makes sense. Just if you have not seen the Joker movie, I would recommend you to see it. It's 2019's best movie in my opinion. So, and then the fifth thriller movie that I've seen that I really liked is called Julia's Eyes by Guillermo del Toro. It has to do with basically Julia Lennon trying to figure out her sister Sarah's death, and it is crazy. It's intense. If you guys seen any movies that has to do with any eyes, for example, The Eye with Jessica Alba, that one was another thriller that I really liked. This one is more intense. This one is legit way more intense than that, because Spanish movies, they go in when it comes to horror and thriller and mystery. And Julia's Eyes, it's crazy. My mind is boggled by the scenes of the movie, and I feel like anything that I would say would basically tell the whole movie if you guys haven't seen it. So I recommend Julia's Eyes by Guillermo del Toro. And with that, I conclude this video. So thank you guys for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and stab that bell button so you guys are in tune with what I put out. It's gonna be an insane ride. It's gonna be good for anybody that likes horror, thriller, mystery. And yeah, the kid is back. Holla at me. Jason, back at it. Peace.